And we're back.
Andrew Slater saving his voice on the intro.
I know, my voice is all fucked up. I'm getting over a cold, so that's why I sound like a strip club DJ.
Oh, that's so grizzled and cool and sexy.
Not that I really know what a strip club DJ sounds like.
Yeah,
I just know
how many times have you been to a strip club?
I mean, that's a great question. 2?
Ever?
Maybe? 3? Yeah. Well, 3 maybe. Twice with Heidi, I think. And then
Both times with Heidi?
no, 3 times then, because I think we've gone twice in Portland.
You and Heidi have gone twice in Portland.
But it was before, the early Portland days. And then did I ever tell you this story? I'll tell you when I went the other time. There's more than 3, because then I went in Arizona one time. So watch it now. I'm gonna get up to I think like a 65.
16. Is this with my dad or without my dad?
In my mind, it's like I've never been at all. But then when you really go back through your life, you're like, oh yeah, I got dragged to it a few times.
Yeah.
But wait, do you ever go to the strip club? This is a great topic to start off on.
It is a great topic. Yes, I have been to strip clubs. Not a lot. Never of my own volition because it's just uncomfortable and awkward.
It's very awkward. It's in all the years where I would have done it, I was broke. So that's the most awkward is when you have no money and you're sitting there and like the last thing you want to do is have any girl come over to you because you just want to immediately start. You're wasting your time. Just
Oh no, thank you. No, thank you. Thank you. No, thank
just move on to another guy, please. Don't make me explain why I can't have you over here.
Yeah,
but did I tell you this?
You just gotta quietly masturbate in a corner and hope they get the hint, right?
You actually hold out a sign and sit in the corner
Says,
masturbating.
Do not disturb masturbating.
Yeah. Got 2 kids at home. I can't afford a lap dance. If you could spare $1, please. Did I tell you about the comedy festival? I got to be careful with this story.
Is it in Atlanta?
Well, yeah, there was that. So that was one too. I did that festival where they take you to that hilariously bad strip club.
Yeah,
that was fun. I just found that whole thing awkward.
Yeah,
but there was. If I've told this story before in here, just stop me. But I did a festival one time, and it was a Booker's. He was a late night TV show booker.
Okay.
And he was getting married, right? And the guy who ran the festival found out he got engaged and wanted to throw him like a bachelor party, and take him to the strip club. So he gathers together all the comics and kind of secretly, men and women, but a lot of men because it was, that's the way they booked it.
Yeah.
And then there also happened to be during this time a late night women in comedy showcase.
Oh God.
So this guy took away the prominent late night booker from the women in comedy showcase.
Oh no.
And got him on a bus with a bunch of dude comics and took him, and some women, and took him to the strip club.
So that he couldn't see all the women on the Women of Comedy showcase.
He saw some women, but he did not see any women in comedy.
Oh God.
Yeah,
oh, wow.
This was before Me Too, but I don't know if that would have made a difference for this particular festival guy.
Oh wow.
Anyway, and I went too. That was another time I went to the strip club.
Yeah.
It was also but Merry Christmas. Did you have a nice Christmas?
Thank you. Yes, good transition. I just got done playing. Well, not just, but 2 hours ago we were playing laser tag in the house. Ooh. We were running around the house playing laser tag. That was a gift that Duncan found in the basement, and thank God he told Aaron that he found it, so that we could call an audible and give it to him from mom and dad instead of from Santa.
Man, that's scary. When they can start finding the gifts. Are you usually they got the vests? You put the vest
No,
on.
it's a different kind. It's like a Costco kind. It's where the sensor is on the front of the gun under the. So it's like you're basically shooting their gun, but it's a
Oh,
very
oh, oh, oh. So
forgiving
it's gun.
target. So like the target is the gun. So
Gotcha.
yeah, but it's
Uh,
it's
I
fun.
thought you're like it's a Costco kind, so you like scan groceries with it.
It's yeah.
It's a
It
checker
just
gun.
scans UPC codes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was fun. But no, it was yeah, we had a good Christmas. This was like the first time we stayed home. We always go to Omaha. We were always traveling, and this year, everyone's going. Everyone went to the family of their spouses, so no one was really going to Omaha. So we all kind of just were like, well, let's just do it at home. And growing up, I always had Christmas at my house, and it's very nice to wake up and go run down the stairs and get Christmas. And our kids have always been in Omaha at their cousin's house or something, so it was nice to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did that. And they got, I don't know, I think they got spoiled.
Too many gifts.
Yeah. We kept taking inventory, and Aaron would be like, I don't know. I worried. I feel like they don't have enough. Just because, like, in the back of your mind, you're forgetting things, so you just get more, and then, like, the night of, you're like, oh my God.
I know. My mom would always like explain to us as we were opening presents during Christmas, like the value of each gift. So everyone knew it was like equal dollar amounts.
Yeah.
So you're like opening three things. You got three. Now just remember those three things are like pieces of shit. That's why you got one good thing, and that's why you got three pieces of shit because it's equal though.
Yeah, those three pieces of shit equals that mediocre big
Right.
thing.
And then like in this, sometimes you would get the stockings, and she'd realize she like overstuffed one and then the
Yeah.
other, and she'd literally just take something as you're like pulling. She like take them and give them to the other kid.
Whoops, that went in the wrong one. Santa made a boo boo.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah,
It's easy
Edie.
with one kid. You
Yeah.
everything, and it's
Did
very
she get
easy.
spoiled? Did
Oh yeah, too much, way too much. And then it's easy with like you said, Santa. You know, we do everything like setting up Santa and creating, the right atmosphere for Santa to exist.
yeah.
But you don't really have to worry about blowing
Right.
it.
Right. Do you I
Yeah.
know I think we did a whole episode on this, but I just need a refresher. Do you wrap
Oh my god, I wanted to talk about this.
your Santa gifts?
Okay, so growing up, we wrapped the Santa gifts, and we
What do you mean we?
well,
You were in
no,
on
I
it?
mean with the royal we,
Oh,
my
okay, your
my
parents.
parents or Santa wrapped
Sure.
the gifts at my
Sure.
house,
Okay.
and Santa would bring them to our home
Mhm.
and wrapped.
And would
Just
they have
because,
labels like to
yeah, and then
it
it
or
say from
from?
Santa
Okay.
on the thing.
Okay.
Now Heidi, when she grew up, Santa didn't wrap. Santa just the gifts from Santa were just
Right. Out
unwrapped out,
under the
and then
tree.
when you ran out in the morning, and then you saw the
Yeah.
bounty from Santa.
Yes.
Now that's
Yeah.
the way you do it, right?
Yeah, that's how you do it. That's the right way.
Okay.
Right way.
But so here's the update. So I of course acquiesced to my
To your
wife.
wife's way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Attaboy.
the but then so Santa got
Yep.
Ginger, my daughter. I have a daughter, by the way.
She's two, right?
2 years old. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she got a scooter from Santa.
Ooh,
Scooter.
nice.
And Heidi was like, I was like, started to take it out. It was Christmas Eve, and I started taking it out of the box. Like, okay, I got to put this together. She's like, why? I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, just put the box out there. I'm like, are you insane? Santa wouldn't bring a box of an
Uh,
unassembled toy. So what is this game? You
I
either wrap it or you put it together. You
yeah.
don't put like an uninflated volleyball out there and go, hey, Santa brought you the components of a toy.
Yeah. That's a very solid point. I have no answer to, but that's just the way it is, Andrew. That's just how it goes. Oh, this is a very branded gift that Santa got us in
Wait,
the
so you don't
packaging.
put you don't take the doll out of the box or the laser
No,
tag? No.
nope,
Is
nope.
it because you don't want to put it together Christmas Eve?
Well, let me tell. Okay, well, this is a
Well, you
perfect.
got 3 kids. I
Yeah.
can't. I'm not lecturing.
No,
Trust me.
that's how it always was for. I don't actually. That's a good question. I should ask my brothers and sisters. But I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure growing up it was all in the box. Yeah, it was all
Yeah.
in the box. But some things I think would be put together. But this is a perfect story. So Christmas Eve, we got all the kids their stuff, and we got Phoebe this giant dollhouse, very intricate dollhouse from Costco. You got to build it, and it's a 2 person to carry the box. And the picture on the front of the box, the house is bigger than the girl, like it's a 4-story
Oh my
dollhouse,
god.
whatever. So Christmas Eve, I was like, all right, you're gonna do most of the stuff while I'm working on this house. I pull it all out of the box, get it all laid out, all the pieces, and I'm just like, no fucking way. There's no way, even if I kept working on this, because like that. But this was like a huge dollhouse. It was like
Yeah.
covered in like tape from so that you can't. That was like, oh well, we got to put it together if she's gonna get
Right.
it. And I told Aaron, I was like, I can't. I mean, I just put it all back in the box, and it's under the stairs until like her birthday or some other holiday. There was no way. I was
when
like
she,
starting to
when
freak
when she
out.
has no when she has kids one day, you can give it to her to give to her children.
Yeah. It'll just end up getting passed down
Right.
generation
No
to
one wants to
generation.
put it together.
Yeah. But it's crazy. I mean,
I'm
it's like
I'm
the box says over 300 pieces. Like that's a selling point. That's not a selling point.
I
Oh
know.
my
It's amazing too. Like sometimes you get something and you're like, well, this could just come put together for sure. And you get it, and it's like the most complicated assembly.
Yeah.
They just don't want anything put together anymore. Like,
Oh god. I mean, this was a heavy box of just slats
oh god,
and then a bag of screws,
that's
a
like a
bunch of
barbecue.
plastic shit.
That sounds
Yeah.
like putting together a barbecue.
Oh. I mean, I was like having a panic attack until Aaron was like, "No, let's we could return it. Should we return it?" And I was like, "I already fucking ripped all the shit and tore the box up and threw it out in the recycling to make room, so we
You
can't
should just
return it."
like make it, give it to her for her birthday in box form, and then make it like the daddy daughter project. Like every day after school, you do a little bit, you can do a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, guess when her birthday is? December 11th.
Well,
I was like, Aaron, by the time her birthday rolls around, she's not going to be into, but she'll be turning 5. She'll still be into dollhouses, I hope. But who knows?
oh boy, what a pickle.
Yeah. So now it's just in there. Oh well. She got plenty of stuff. She wasn't
I think you made
disappointed.
the right decision though, because you wouldn't want to be up all night on
Yeah.
Christmas Eve and ruin your Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Yeah.
one thing we did do that was kind of like, so they got up, at 7. We told them they cannot get up before 7. So they got up, 6:58. They were in our room, and we went down, and then but we had to go to Milwaukee at like, I think we left at like 1 or 2. And that was always a bummer growing up. Is like, oh right, I get all my toys. All you just want to be with your toys all day long, and it's like,
Right.
nope, we got to go to church. And you're like, what the? Are you fucking kidding me? I just got the biggest
You
GI
went to
Joe.
church on Christmas Day?
Yeah, as I got a little older, I would go on the midnight mass one
Yeah,
just to
yeah,
get
yeah.
it out
That's
of the
so much
way.
better. I feel like
Oh
even
yeah,
church figured that out. They're like, what are we doing? Why are we competing with Santa?
right,
Just
right.
just do it the night before. It's like a comedy club. They're like, let's
It's
not go head to head with Halloween. Just do the show the night before
yeah.
and give everybody the night off.
So we went to Gigi's, Aaron's mom's house, but that was nice. There was the incentive there was they
More
knew they were going to get a
presents.
bunch more presents from Gigi and Grandpa, so that worked out.
How
So
are
we
the
slept there, and then we went to Luke's because my brother's birthday's the day after. We went there the next day, yesterday, and then we came home. So
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How are the? Did you get hit by the polar vortex?
Yeah,
You guys don't even
no, it wasn't
notice.
as bad. Everyone was saying, "Oh, Thursday, you got a bunker to hunker down," and it's like, yeah, we got snow, but it was fine.
Yeah. Did you get the big blower out?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah. Start it up.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It took a while. It took a while. Yeah, I talked about that last week. All right, it couldn't start it for a half
I brought
hour,
it
and
up.
then it just started randomly. So like, ooh, got another season out of it.
We had like a crazy ice storm, and it was like a just like pure no snow. Just it was like the worst kind of
Oh,
because
that is the
it's
worst.
like 22 degrees outside and it's just raining. Like, how is
Ugh.
this even This is cheating. You know
You get
what I
all the
mean?
shit aspects of a
I
winter storm,
know.
but no white Christmas.
I know. And like Ginger was like willing it. She would look outside. She go, snow? I'm like, not really. I hate to tell you, Ginger. It's not, it should be. It doesn't seem fair.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
Oh.
You can't, why can it rain? We need a meteorologist to come in and tell me how it rains when it's under 30 degrees. Like that should be snow. Like that is I thought that's what snow
Well,
is.
isn't. Yeah, I don't know. When is. Yeah, I'm going to just sound stupid if I try to answer the question.
No, please. No, you actually asked that question. Whatever was in
No,
your
I was
head.
going to. I
Say that
was
out
thinking, I
loud.
was like, well, it's zero. Isn't that freezing is at zero? But you get snow when it's not, when it's above zero,
No,
right?
freezing's at 32. We're talking Fahrenheit here.
What? Okay. You just proved my point. See? I thought it was zero.
Wait a minute.
What is zero? Freezing Celsius?
Zero is Celsius, freezing Celsius. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, like, when it's 18 degrees in Madison, do you think it's not freezing outside?
I mean, freezing isn't that like an opinion question?
No, no.
Man, it's fucking freezing out. You mean like literally below zero?
Is that an opinion question? Well, I mean, yeah, there is I'm talking about like, you know how water's wet? The science knows the exact temperature when it goes from water to ice.
And that is
32.
32. Okay. Okay.
But
yeah,
yeah,
I guess that hasn't been. I don't know. I guess I thought it was zero, but it's so 32 Fahrenheit is 0 Celsius. Is
well,
this correct?
when it's like 10 degrees outside and everything's frozen and icy and snowy, it doesn't occur to you like, wow, it's like
A lot doesn't occur to me. We've
know,
known each other a while.
I'm going on too hard on this because when you live in the North Pole like you do, you don't even know it. You're just like, it's always freezing. Everything's always icy and snowy in the winter. So
Yeah.
I'm not even paying attention to the numbers. Here in Portland,
Yeah, I'm not
like,
a big temperature numbers guy. I don't. When someone's like, "Oh, it's this degree," I'm like, oh, "That's not going to affect."
right. It's
Knowing it is not going to change
hat.
it. So yeah, if I go outside and it's fucking cold, I'll grab a hat. I don't need
a. Because here I guess maybe the reason why I know is because like I went to like fourth grade science, but also because
Look
in
at the
Portland,
retention on you.
in Portland, you know, you're constantly like, I hope it doesn't get below 30 because if it's raining, it
It'll
drops
turn to
below
ice.
32 at night, it's gonna freeze on the roads, and you're like, oh, God, you know, and then everyone, it's like an emergency around here. So,
Yeah.
oh
Well, that
man,
makes sense.
yeah. I thought you were just like a Celsius guy. I thought you're like, ah, Johnny is so European.
Is
You
anyone
know,
a Celsius guy? No, I'm a Kelvin guy.
oh yeah, I don't know what freezing in Kelvin is. It's a good question.
I don't either.
Someone, hey, someone get on that with a computer.
Yeah, leave us a 5-star review and tell us what Kelvin means.
Freezing is.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So yeah, you're going to Grand Rapids for New Year's Eve. Is Aaron coming with you?
No, nobody wanted to come with.
Alone
No,
on
but
midnight.
you know what? We got tickets to a Bucks game on New Year's Day. So
Oh.
I'm not going to race home New Year's Eve night after the shows, which I probably would have. Actually, yeah, Aaron would have been pissed because that's like one of the most dangerous times to drive
Yeah.
is New Year's Eve. So I was like, all right, well, I'll just stay in my hotel and then drive to Milwaukee the next day, meet them in Milwaukee for the Bucks game, and then we'll all go home together.
You would have driven home after a midnight show?
No, it's not a midnight show. Oh yeah, I guess
Oh,
I would have gotten over at midnight, right?
yeah, probably. Yeah, that's usually how they do it, right? In the late show.
Yeah,
And
I
then they
probably would.
make
It's
you,
a 6 hour
that's the
drive.
worst, by the way. Like, they make you hang around and do a champagne toast on stage, and you have to pretend
Oh,
like,
and it's so awkward.
I know. And they're like, okay. And then they get you up there way too early, like 8 more minutes. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Or you try to, like, I've done it where they try to work it on, like, the show starts like at 10:30, so they're trying to like time it
Oh,
so
so it
that so
ends.
you can do like a big, I hate that.
Oh
Like, let me
God.
just be done at like 11:15, and then everyone can either, if they want to hang out in the bar, great.
Yeah.
Want to go to another place or be with whoever they want to be with. Why does it have to be in the show?
The worst I ever did. I don't know if I told this years ago on the. Isn't that fun? Exciting that we can say that. Years ago, did I tell the story on the podcast?
I know.
But like,
Wow.
I was doing a show, and I was my buddy Tyler was hosting. I was featuring, and then the headliner was supposed to bring everyone up on stage and do a big countdown with all of us together. And it was getting like close to the time, and he was. I mean, I think he was. The headliner was like drunk and just kind of ranting and not. And so the staff was like, "Oh, Tyler, go, just kind of creep up to the stage with the three, flasks or the flutes of, the
Yeah.
flutes, and go just kind of get his attention so he'll know, oh, let's get, So he's like crouching. He's at the bottom of the stairs right at the front of the, stage. And the guy's just doing his act. And it's like very awkward because Tyler's just like, And then finally he acknowledges him like, oh my God. You're like killing the bit. Oh, is it time to do that? All right, here we go, everyone. He grabs the flute and he goes, 3, 2, 1, and drinks it. And then he just goes back into his act. And it was like 3 minutes before midnight. He just like got it over with real quick and went back into his act. It was the most anticlimactic for
Oh my
everyone in
God.
the room.
Did everyone like, was everyone aware of when midnight, because it's like the smartphone era, right? So everyone's aware of when midnight actually is.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
did they do anything like when it actually was midnight and this guy's like back in his act?
No, I mean,
No, they just,
I watched it on my watch like, oh, he's doing his 69 bit.
that I guess that's why you don't want to just be doing a show through the thing, because you don't want to be like entering the new year on some like on a 69 bit,
Right.
you know.
Yeah. Oh man.
But oh, but that's what I was gonna say. Like, I don't understand this thing. So you would rather drive home in the middle of the night than stay at a hotel and drive
Yes.
back the next
I
morning?
mean, New Year's Eve is kind of an exception just because it's crazy and everyone's like,
Yeah.
so maybe I would not, but like,
If it
aside
was a
from that,
normal
I would.
Saturday night, you
Yes,
would.
I would.
And how long is the drive?
6.
Hours?
What are my other options?
Well, I guess 6 15-minute segments.
6 15-minute segments.
I guess I should be specific with you because you're like using Kelvin with temperature. So
Yeah, it's
6
about
hour.
6
You would
hours
drive
probably.
6 hours. Why not just, I don't understand. Why do you want to get
Well,
home at
because
6
first
in
of
the
all, I
morning?
like driving at night better than during the day. Just because less people are out there, and I get tired. Like if it's all sunny, my eyes get heavy and tired. I don't know why. But
You're
I
like
just
an
rather.
owl.
I feel like when you're driving at night, you're like, oh man, this is fun. Everyone's asleep. I got the world to myself. And during the day, you're just like, oh man, this is my day. I'm sitting in a car driving.
No,
Then you get home and it's already.
But they put you up in a nice. The only way I would ever do that is if I'm staying at a crappy motel.
Yeah, that's true.
If
Yeah,
it's
that
a
is
nice
one
room,
thing where it's like, if it's a nice hotel and I could like force myself, but then I'll just be laying in bed the night being like, what am I
could
doing?
be driving.
I could be driving. I can't
You're
sleep
just you're just up against the window with your nose,
looking at my car.
looking at your car in the road, going, God, I could be out there right now,
Oh,
jerking
I
off.
could be upside down in a ditch right now. God dang it.
You're watching. You're just watching like local news, traffic reports at 4 a.m. God, it's wide open right now.
I
Oh
should
my
be out
God, what
there.
am I doing?
At 6 o'clock in the morning, I haven't slept because I was just watching traffic reports.
Oh man, we could not be more different. I just like to sleep. I hate all I did so much of it when I had to, when you didn't
Why
have a
did you
room,
have to?
because maybe you didn't have it was such a shitty gig when you start out. Maybe they don't give you a room, or the
Oh
room's
yeah,
so gross.
yeah,
There's like blood on the sheets, or the door doesn't lock, or whatever.
yeah.
Or it's just so far, like the drive is, I don't know. I just did that so much that now any chance I have to luxuriate, I
Yeah.
fully,
But
because
then you but then you wake up. Do you ever wake up and think, "Oh man, I could literally be 20 minutes from my door right now." Instead, I'm getting into
yeah,
my car, scraping the windshield. I'm going to be sitting in this car for 8 hours.
I guess, but I get so miserable. I get tired. See, I'm different than you and bats, and that I get tired at night, and I'm more awake during the
You're
day.
different than
That's just
me
me.
and bats
Yeah,
and owls.
yeah, and owls. Uh, so I guess that's part of it too, because I don't want to be like, I hate driving tired. I hate like when you
Yeah.
start to nod.
Oh, yeah, it's terrifying.
Yeah, so I would for sure. But that's
Hey,
nice. You want to be home.
yeah,
Good
different
for
strokes,
you.
different folks.
You know?
But Aaron does point out, because Aaron hates it when I drive, and I just for safety things, but like my logic, she really blows up my logic because I'm like, well, don't you want me to be home? I'd rather be home with you guys. And then it's like, well, yeah, but you get home and then you just are a piece of shit and you're sleeping for 6 hours anyway. So what's the
Right.
difference?
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. Well, it's like
Whatever.
that thing. I don't know. I'm just trying to make up for all the mistreatment of the past. So like when somebody offers the menu, it's like I don't even look at what I want when I get like when they say you can order anything you want on a menu. I just literally will get the most expensive thing that is
What, at a comedy club?
well, or like, yeah, whatever. If it's at a comedy club, or usually it doesn't. The comedy club range is pretty. There's like one price.
Right.
It's like $18. You want chicken
Yeah.
fingers? You want a shitty
Yeah.
salad? You want a taco pizza? Whatever.
So you do that to make up for all the mistreatment of your
Yeah,
past?
but if it's like a corporate gig, like my buddy Brant, he's been on the show before. He
Yeah.
used to go to the Tempe Improv, and he would
Yeah.
order a salad. It was free, and actually he was opening, so he wasn't making very good money. So this was his logic. He was like, I'm gonna make up for it on the free food, and he would order a salad, but he would like put in his own like a special salad, and he'd get steak, shrimp, lobster, scat. Like he would get
In
every
the salad?
meat they had on the salad, and like a green room waitress, like she knew he was a comic and cool with him and stuff. Showed him like what the bill would be. It was like a $90 salad by the time you calculated all the like add-ons. But that's how he justified it. He's like, hey,
Yeah.
pay me $100 to the show, so order $100 salad.
Yeah. Smart.
Yeah.
There you go.
So we're getting ready. We're gonna be in Boston, New Year's Eve for my brother's wedding.
Oh, that's right.
I had to write a little speech. So I
You
think
want
I
to
have.
run it by our listeners?
Well, I know I should, but then I'm nervous if it bombs, and then I'll lose all confidence in it. So.
Oh yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't read it because I don't.
No.
I don't.
And
know
you
your
don't know.
brother.
There's a couple
Yeah.
inside. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just not gonna work. But
But I
I'll
will
let
say
you know
this:
how it
there's
goes.
nothing. There's nothing better. I mean, this is. I shouldn't be saying this to you now, but There's nothing better than watching a best man speech bomb.
Dude. Well,
Oh my
so
god.
and there's okay, and I feel like it's the worst because if it were just all of my family and friends, then I'd
Yes.
be very confident and be like, yeah, they know I'm a comedian, but they also just know me as a person, and so there's no pressure. It's like,
Right.
but
But that's not the case.
that's not the case. I'd say 80% of the guest list are going to be people who I've never met. You
And they're
know,
going to be whispering scuttlebutt. Oh yeah, the best man's a comedian, so it should be really
Yes.
funny.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
should be
yeah, yeah,
funny.
yeah. So there's like a whole nother layer. So I feel like it has to be like professionally good. And the way to avoid disaster is to just be like totally sincere and straight and
Yeah.
not go. But then I'm like, yeah, but then everyone's gonna be like, oh, I thought you were a comedian. I was ready to laugh.
You're like, well, it's my brother's wedding, you
Yeah,
asshole.
I know, you dumb piece of shit. So
That's what.
I'm trying to mix it, layer it,
Yeah.
do light touch or something.
But that's why you can do a sincere speech with like little
Exactly.
jokes, and then the jokes hit harder because it's like when there's a
They don't see it
drama, but there's
coming.
a joke in a drama movie hits so hard because it's like, oh my god, that's
Right.
hilarious.
Right,
It's like
right,
no,
right.
it's just all by itself.
Yeah, I think you're right. And yeah, you don't want to come out there really swinging.
Yeah,
Let me tell you about this guy.
yeah. I can tell you some things she doesn't want to hear. Ear
I know,
mobs.
I know. And then someone's got to come drag me. I put my
Oh,
drink down.
I
Have
have
you seen
given
that before? Like in the movies or whatever. Like the best man speech goes
like
on and on and
wedding
on.
singer.
Yeah, something like that. And someone's gonna actually literally like go up there and take the or that of what's the one with Vince Vaughn and Will Ferrell
Oh, Wedding
and
Crashers.
no, 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 no. Old school. In the beginning of Old
Oh yeah,
School,
yeah,
Luke
yeah,
Wilson gets married, or Will Ferrell gets married, and Luke Wilson, I think, gives a
yeah,
bad toast.
yeah, yeah.
I've never actually seen that, you know,
That
happen.
movie.
Yeah,
I just heard about
I
that
know.
part and wanted to
I've read the
reference it.
Wikipedia a lot, and I'm like, man, I should see this. God, it reads funny.
I did, yeah. On my brother's wedding, I I gave a speech that was it was a tight 15 set basically, and it I should
I
send
wish we
you a
had video
photo
of that.
because I have I don't know if I have a video of it, but I have a photo of the wedding party, everyone looking like at me like they're all making this face like, huh? And then my brother Ben is howling laughing because it's not hitting and it is so absurd because it's like it's not just like comedy not working, it's like very specific inside
Right.
family, only 7 people at this wedding know these
So
fictitious characters I'm
you
talking
were
about.
sober. You were just
Right.
you were
It was
just
just
doing
poor
a thing.
judgment.
Yeah. So you recognized how poorly it was going, but continue.
Uh, no, I don't. You know what? I think in the moment, I don't know that I realized it.
Mm.
But boy, I do now.
They told us tight 3,
Oh, for the speeches, that's what they want.
which is great. I like
Oh, that's
having
great.
a limit. I was like, who's lighting me? There's somebody in the back, or give me
Can
a
I get
2-minute
a
light.
2.5 minute light, please?
The At our wedding, I had a bunch of comedians at our wedding,
Yeah.
and we made everybody was great, but I would recommend. I think like most modern weddings now, they assign the speeches, to like
Yeah.
best man, maid of honor.
Yeah.
That's it, or maybe one father of the bride, something like that.
Right.
But in the old days and the way we wanted to do it, you just open it up. Like anybody who wants to go have something to say. And then it became like kind of open mic. And then like there's too many comics, and so people are
Yeah.
trying to top each other and go, and then they're going long, and
Wait, is that what happened at yours?
yes, yeah. So it's
Oh,
just comic after comic, feeling like they had to like,
yeah.
but
Ah,
the funniest one by far was Heidi's brother, who was like 18, 19, 20 years old at the time.
yeah.
And he got up there crushed, just talking about all of Heidi's shitty ex-boyfriends. and then and then now he does stand up. So there you go.
Is he the one that was in our promo video that lived with you for a while?
Yeah. Yeah, Daniel.
Okay, yeah,
Shout out Daniel.
yeah. Is he the one that has the switch that you?
Yes.
Okay.
If you're listening, Daniel. No, I don't want it back. It's so funny. I kept thinking like I should get that back. And I'm like, when am I gonna play this stupid Switch? When is that gonna happen? I'm
You got to
so out
make
of
it
time.
happen.
I
It's
know.
like it's like when do I have time to read? I don't have time to read, but I have time for a Switch.
What was your
You know,
point? So you don't
well,
read, or you
I
do
haven't
read?
read a book in like 2 years, and my wife was like, we have to make it a point to read in front of Duncan because he does not like reading. And so I started reading a book, and now I have time to read because I made time. I never thought I had
Oh,
time, and so now I am reading this book. And so it's the same thing with the Switch. You got to make time for the Switch.
what to set a good example for my daughter.
Yeah.
I want to see her have her dad playing a handheld video game.
Right. She never sees her dad playing a handheld game.
What book are you reading?
It's a Stephen King book. It's called Fairy
That's
Tale,
good.
and it's actually really good.
Yeah, you love Stephen King.
Yeah.
There's a
that's good.
Johnny fact.
That's a little fun fact.
A little Johnny fun fact. Well, God, we've been going on like crazy.
Oh, this is a good app. I could tell. We haven't even gotten into our topics yet.
I know. Do you have
right.
any other specific pre-show? Oh man, I have a bad pre-show.
Okay.
Maybe I should
What?
save it for the Patreon because it's Patreon related. But you know our quitting episode with Mike Cummings?
Yeah.
Bonus. It was a bonus on the Patreon.
Yeah.
So I got a message from Kevin Born Great. How do you say
Oh,
last
okay.
name?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know Kevin.
Born Gravy?
Kevin B.
Kevin B.
And he was like, "Hey, I can't find the quitting episode. Did you ever post it?" And I went and I looked, and I posted it, but it was like at 0. It wasn't, the file didn't go up right. And now I'm like furiously looking through the Dropbox and everything, and I can't find it. So I'm a little worried that that episode disappeared.
It was. That was the bonus episode.
Yes. So maybe what we have to do, if I'm going to keep looking, it might be in the Dropbox somewhere because I usually put all of them in the Dropbox. That's why I was confused.
Man.
So
Okay.
worst case scenario, we'll get Mike back on, and he's got more quitting stories.
Did you? But you would have sent it to me, right?
Yeah, I think so because you did a bonus thing. You usually cut them up.
Patreon bonus apps. Okay. Well, I can't.
You'll look later. We'll look later. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying, worst case, we'll re-record with Mike and get that up there. And sorry that sometimes that happens. Anyway,
it happens with every
technical
podcast, folks.
I fired everybody involved in the mistake. The producer, our data analyst.
We'll get it. It'll exist.
Heads
I know you
rolled.
sent it to me.
Yeah,
if we have to strip the audio from the video and just
Yeah.
post it that way, we can do that. Okay, so should I get my topic?
Oh yeah, you go.
Now, I'm gonna sound like a snob or like an ungrateful person, and that's just proving my point even more so that it shouldn't be the case. Here's what I say: if you're gonna make cookies, if you're gonna bake cookies, don't put shit in it. Don't put raisins in them. Don't put almonds in them.
Yeah.
Don't put or muffins or oatmeal, anything. Just don't. And if you do it, here's the thing: if you do that because that's what you want or that's what the people like, and someone says, oh, does this have raisins in it? And then you say, oh yeah, and then they say, oh okay, no, I'm good. They're not an asshole. They're not an asshole.
Right.
Because I mean, we've talked about how I don't like what I don't like.
Right. You know what, like, so it isn't, you're right. I'm backing you up because like with oatmeal, right? Let's say it was oatmeal.
Yeah.
Oatmeal, you should never put anything in it, and then you just have everything out. And so then
Yeah.
you can put in your raisins and your brown sugar, or your nuts or whatever,
Yeah.
and make it. But the problem with cookies is like they're like, oh, it's got to be, you got to bake
Baked in.
them, right?
Yeah.
But there should be some sort of fix for this. Like there should be some way to add toppings to a cookie post. So like if you're eating a chocolate chip cookie,
Uh-huh.
like man, I love walnuts in my chocolate chip cookies.
Okay.
I could go either way on it, but I don't mind it with walnuts. But whatever. Like, hey, let me add some protein. Let me health up this chocolate chip cookie real quick. There should be a way to like get sticky somehow, to like get walnuts to stick on the. I don't know if there you need like a little bit of like a soft chocolate
Well,
chip cookie to shove them in there, or like
I mean, I've got an idea.
puts
What if you just
icing on it.
put a walnut in your fucking mouth and then take a bite of the cookie? Your mouth isn't going to be like, hey, that wasn't inside.
I just imagine you walking up to somebody's Nana and like, hey Nana, I got an idea. Next time you want to have walnuts with your chocolate chip cookie, why don't you take this walnut, put it in your fucking mouth, put your dentures in, and chew it up. Then have a bite of cookie. Now you get to have walnut with your chocolate chip cookie. All right, Nana,
All right, Anna.
throw this
Yeah,
shit out. I don't want
get
it.
this shit out of here. But see, and now, and I was tempted to be like, well, here's a fix. If you're gonna make cookies, just make a few without the shit in them. But then
No.
yes, that's not fair because they're not making those kind of cookies. If that's what they make and they want to make it, then fine. But when someone says, "Oh, it has this in it," no thanks. They're not rude. They're not an asshole. They don't like those things, and you put them in there. So okay,
Just say you're allergic. If you're allergic, you can't, you know what I mean? No one can
no,
say shit.
it's
They're like, oh yeah, I'm allergic to that. Well, I didn't even say what it was. Yeah, whatever it is.
yeah, I saw it.
Is it
Looked
not
like
chocolate or
fruit.
candy or M&Ms? Yeah, yeah, then I'm allergic to it.
Is it not candy? Yeah, it's not candy. Yeah, no, I'm allergic
Yeah, I'm
to it.
allergic to it.
Uh,
No, you're not an asshole. I like you would like my mom makes Christmas cookies, and it's just the straight up sugar cookie icing, and it's like the best cookie because it is just exactly just like pure
sugar.
sugar. It's just like a buttery
Yes.
soft cookie, and then like icing, on just sugar icing on top.
Aaron made those this year.
Perfect cookie.
They are that is the best cookie. Those
You
are
can
the
house
best
like
cookies.
15 of those.
Oh,
You know what I mean? And
yeah.
they
That's
just
just that's
slide
just a
right down.
starter
It's
pack.
incredible.
Oh, yeah, those are good.
Yeah, and then you ever get those plates of cookies from your neighbor, and it's like always like the same 15 cookies. It's like the
Yeah, there's only like two good ones.
yes. Oh my god, there's so many. There's like the gingerbread men, which I actually like gingerbread, but
Uh,
you can go, it does feel like you're eating a vegetable or something. And then there's like the little rolls, those little weird rolls with the,
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck are those? Those can go right in the trash. And then I like the the ones where they stick the giant chocolate in the, it's like a
Oh
peanut butter
yeah,
cookie, and
yeah.
those are great. But then it's
I
like,
love those.
also, how do you eat that? You gotta literally, like, you're just eating a giant chocolate chip and then a peanut butter. That is like separating the two.
Yeah, but those are
But
good.
the best one, and it's like the
What?
simplest one, is the Rolo with the, what is it? A wall? Is it some sort of nut on
Nope,
a
I'm out.
Rolo and a pretzel, and they just melt that shit together? That shit is the best.
Yeah, I think nah. I'm gonna. That's not for me.
Maybe they can make one with no nuts for you.
That pretzel.
Oh, yeah, that's a little healthy for you too.
That's a little too
I'm allergic.
granola trail
Pretzels?
mixy
Ooh.
for me.
Pretzels? No, no, I'm not on a diet. you have any of those Rolo cookies without all the ingredients?
You
Just give
mean
me the
just a
fucking bag
Rolo?
of Rolos, please.
Ugh.
Wait, were you the one? And then do you like s'mores? Do you like s'mores? Are you out on s'mores? I feel like
No,
you're
I'll do
not a s'mores
s'mores.
guy.
I'll do s'mores.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you don't like them.
I mean, I'd rather have just the marshmallow over a fire and then eat the marshmallow.
Yeah.
But I'll do a s'mores.
I'm trying to think of the other Christmas cookies that are always on there. I don't know. But the best ones are just the sugar cookie with the
Yep.
icing on it.
Yeah,
Those
there's another one that comes on that tray where it's like a cookie, but it literally just has like sugar granules glued to the top of it.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Those
yeah,
are pretty
yeah.
good.
Yeah, those aren't bad. The worst are when it's I don't know, maybe it was just my grandma made these, but it was like maybe that's what fruitcake is, but they were like in cookie form, and then there'd be nuts and shit. Is like a brown cookie, and then nuts everywhere and raisin, and then there'd be like a green like gel
Oh, in the
fruit
middle?
thing. No, just like randomly in it with all the other stuff.
Oh.
I don't even know what that green thing was because it's not like some weird jelly thing.
Yeah, what about the ones that are like that have a jelly in the middle or on the
Yeah.
center of them? I don't trust that. I don't like donuts that have jelly in it. I don't.
No. Yeah. No fruit
No.
flavored anything.
If it's not whipped cream, if it's like custard or yellow, like I just want a
Yeah.
white
You ever bite
whipped
into
cream.
a chocolate donut and then it's got all that shit in it, like you're not expecting it, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just randomly filled with like some custard gross.
Yeah, you didn't
Oh
know
my
it and you
god.
throw up.
Oh, it's a nightmare.
Mm. Yeah, it's terrible.
Anyway.
All
All
right, what
right.
do you need backup on?
So yeah, this is pretty close, not close, but food related. A lot of grocery shopping recently, and I needed some lemons. I basically needed one lemon, maybe one lemon, but then like you're really gonna buy one, so you buy two.
Yeah.
I will always buy the bag
Oh, okay.
of fruit. If I go into a grocery store and there's like, okay, I need two oranges, but they're
Yep.
just individual, and then I'm gonna have to get the little bag out and
Yep.
put the oranges in a bag, or there's a bag of 75 orange. I will buy the bag of 75. I don't care what the price difference is, just to be able to go over there, grab the net. It's already netted up for me
Yep.
and throw it in my cart.
Even though 80% of it will go bad before you get
Yeah,
around to
no,
it.
they'll all be wasted, but I will always buy the pre-bagged
Oh yeah.
potatoes. I cannot tell you how many potatoes have grown
Oh yeah.
arms on our because I always buy the sack of potatoes rather than just going and getting the amount of potatoes I actually need. And I realize this is probably contributing to food waste and you know whatever problems in the world, but then just pre-bag, make smaller bags. If
Yeah.
if that's the
That's
problem,
that's what yeah, that's what your topic should be. They should make
yeah,
smaller bags. Cuz I'm the
bags of
same
four
way. I'll do that.
potatoes.
Oranges, avocados.
Yeah, anything, whatever it is, if it's already in a bag, that's what I'm getting.
But
You know,
potatoes I will buy. I'll just get two big ones and just stick them in the cart. I don't put them in a bag because they're not. I guess none of them are wet, but like I don't know. I just don't have a problem sticking potatoes. What? Why you gotta? Why
well,
you gotta? If you're buying an orange,
well,
why you
why
gotta
would the
put it in a
potatoes be
bag?
wet? What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying like, why are you putting the oranges in a bag if you don't
Oh,
buy the bag?
you don't put fruit in a like because they have those little sacks, you don't put
No, I
your
know what you're
stuff in.
talking. Where you got to separate them, they're
Yeah,
clear.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't
Yeah,
use
but if you're
those.
getting an orange, why would you put it in there?
Well, I'm not getting one if I'm getting two though. You're just gonna have two loose oranges rolling around your cart.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that hard to find the two if I'm
I
getting
guess I
more.
don't know. I always figured if I always thought if you had more than one, you're supposed to like contain it, so then when the checker does it, they weigh it or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I always thought it was just so that the checker's filthy fucking hands don't get all over your food.
Well, yeah, but then you're right. I agree with you on that because if it's a peel situation or a
Yeah,
food that you have, like a potato you have to boil or cook or whatever,
you're
I'm
gonna
not as
skin
worried
it
about
anyway.
that. An apple, like I don't know. an apple I might put in that because I'm just eating that apple right off the. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you rinse apples before you eat them?
Heidi's big on rinse. I would never rinse, but
Yeah.
Heidi's big on rinsing. She's like, "Oh, did you wash these? Like the blueberries or whatever?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What is this doing? Just running tap
Just getting
water
it
over?"
wet.
Oh, thank God we washed the cancer off. If not for this, it's amazing. Did you know they cured cancer with? They just all you have to do is run tap water over anything, and it eliminates the cancer from it.
I'm sorry. Wait, is Heidi telling you that it's cancer that she's
Well,
washing
because
off?
it's got the pesticides on it or something.
Right.
That's
Right.
so you're supposed to wash off the. But I'm like, first of all, they're doing that at the store. You ever see the nozzles? They're going off. I mean, it's misting in there 24/7 in the grocery store. Like you said,
Yeah.
everything's wet.
Hey, this is off. This is off topic.
No, I'm not going off. This is important.
All right, I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget.
No, go say what you're gonna say.
Does your house? Do you have like a water softener thing, where you add? I don't know
don't
if
think
it's
so.
salt or water softener to a big thing in the basement, and it makes your water soft.
I'm almost sure that we do not have that. At least I know I never bought it. Although I didn't know we had heated floors in the kitchen for the first 2 years we lived here, and then I finally figured out that we did.
By what? Flipping a random switch?
No, we have this little box on the on the wall.
Yeah.
It was like an LED display, and I didn't know what it was, and then I thought it was a carbon monoxide detector, so I never wanted
Yeah.
to mess with it. I was like, I'm sure that thing needs new batteries.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna mess with it. And then finally, I hit the button one time, and this temperature came up, and you would have been baffled, but I knew. I knew vaguely what it meant, and then it started rising, and then I felt the floor, and I was like, "Oh, we got heated floors in here."
Oh wow.
Yeah, took me so. But no, I don't think we have a water softener.
Oh, because yeah, I discovered we had one about 2 years after we moved here, and I have never once used it or added water softener or salt or whatever you put in it.
Do you find that when you use soap, it doesn't lather? Is that what water softener does? Like, it makes it easier to lather soap with or something?
I don't even know. When we lived in Waukesha before we moved to LA, we had one, and then we were religious about making sure it had shit in it, and so I'm familiar with how they work. I don't know what they do, or they make your water soft, I guess. But we don't have hard water, so that's why.
Do you sometimes in the shower, if you're like, "Ow," when the water hits you?
Yeah,
hard.
if it's below 32 degrees Fahrenheit because it's frozen, then Andrew.
That's what a water softener is a heater.
Just a heater.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. But you were talking about bag. Yes, I
you're
agree.
backing me up.
Thing. Yeah,
just
except
bags.
for potatoes. But maybe I'll start that.
But I'd like
potatoes.
I
mean, you got to buy like a 5-pound bag.
I know. But how about 4 potatoes in a bag? How about making 4 bag potatoes? I feel like that's perfect.
Perfect.
I want to buy 4 potatoes at a time. That's what I would like. And I don't want to make my own bag. So just, cater to me.
I totally back that up. They would make more money because people would buy more.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm never going to be the guy who's like going through the potatoes either.
Yeah.
Because like, some people might be like, oh, no, I don't want the bag because you don't get to pick. It's like, who do you think you are? You think you're going to pick better than a random selection? You're not.
Yeah. I don't like avocados, and when I have to grocery shop and she puts avocados on the list, it makes it easy for me.
Do you sabotage and try to actively find the worst?
No, they're always hard. They're always hard. I mean, I won't get the smushy ones because that's even like grosser, but like that sweet spot, I'm just like, no, I'll just get 2 hard ones. And then.
Is there blowback?
There has been. But I'm just,
That's unacceptable.
She realizes who she's dealing with. What's the temperature outside, hon? Oh, I'll get the avocado.
Are these frozen? Is that why they're hard? Oh
I think
boy,
it's been a successful episode. I think this has been a great one.
First one of 2023.
Is it?
Yeah, because this
That's
will
right.
come out on New Year's Day, or
That's right.
second, technically. If the savvy listeners know, it usually goes up on Sunday, but we say it's out on Mondays.
Yeah, we give them a sneak peek for the savvies. Well, I gotta plug my Laughing Tap at Milwaukee, the 6th and 7th, first weekend of January. Let's pack the place. I hope we do, and I feel like we should because it's one show each night.
You will.
Yeah.
They'll come out to see their guy. And whenever I go to the Midwest, I always drop your name, and everybody's so excited. Oh, you know Johnny Beaner.
Oh my God, he is the dumbest person. Did you know that he doesn't know
He's
temperatures?
We're worried about
it.
Yeah. January 21st in Bend, Oregon. If you know anybody in Bend or you live in Bend, tell them to come see me at the Open Space Event Studios.
And that's your show that you created,
yeah,
right?
We got
How do you do? Are you bringing an opener? How do you do that?
I haven't even worried about it yet, but I'll probably try to find somebody in Bend so they don't have to pay for their hotel room. But if I sell a lot of tickets and it seems like we're going to sell out, then maybe I'll bring an opener from Portland and pay for their hotel room. So, it's up to you. The quality of your opener depends on how many tickets buy.
Sweet.
All right, that's it. Thank you, everybody listening. Leave a review. Come on. 5 stars. Come on. Tell a friend about the Cavalry. And subscribe to the Patreon if you want to hear post-show banner, which we're about to do right now. And that's it. So thank you for listening to
The Cavalry.